Hey family, when was the last time you wondered, am I overspending on my Amazon ads? Warning. Before we dive in, there's two things you need to know. This insight is not for everyone. This is for profit-driven brands that need to maximize net profit today to feed their families, pay their employees, and reinvest that profit back into the business for growth. Two, you will not hear this from Amazon or gurus in the space. And the reason why is because it's bad for their business model. Amazon and most ad agencies out there make money when you spend more money on ads. If you've ever felt like Amazon ads are working harder for Amazon than they are for you, then this video is going to finally show you why. And also, the insight I'm about to share isn't just my opinion. This has been confirmed by two prominent figures within the Amazon advertising space. One being Sean Smith. Sean is an OG in Amazon ads. If you know, you know. The second person is the founder of one of the most widely used Amazon softwares out there, and they're also an 8-figure seller. But I'm not going to share their name because their success is closely tied to Amazon. I'm about to show you the 80-20 of Amazon advertising. It's the 20% of ad tactics that drive the 80% of net profit for most brands on Amazon. You're going to want to pay attention because if you're focusing on the wrong 80%, you're most likely overspending on ads and cannibalizing net profit. And stick around because by the end, you'll see 3 case studies showing this insight, including how we applied it to new product launches. And I'll even give you our playbook so you can test this out yourself. Let's dive in. What single metric guides your Amazon ad decisions every single day? If you said ACoS, ROAS, or TACoS, listen up because that's the exact trap that Amazon wants you to fall into. Measuring ad performance based off of ACoS, ROAS, or even TACoS is crushing your profits because these are vanity metrics designed to keep you distracted from the only metric that actually matters, net profit. Let me prove it. Not all ad placements are created equal. A 20% ACoS sale from, say, a sponsor brand video ad is not the same as a 20% ACoS sale from, say, a sponsor product ad that targets top of search, targeting your root keyword for your product. You see, each ad placement impacts net profit differently, and I'm going to show you how. Even TACoS can mislead you. We've seen countless cases where TACoS increases, but so does net profit. That's why if you're not measuring net profit as your key performance indicator daily, you're most likely shooting in the dark when it comes to profit. When we started to optimize campaigns using this methodology, one major insight stood out. Sponsored product ads make the biggest impact on net profit. More specifically, sponsored product ads stood out as the only ad type that directly contribute to search ranking, which drives organic sales, which drives net profit. Every other ad type, sponsored brand, sponsored display, they feed top line sales, but they don't contribute to ranking. And if you're not prioritizing what fuels ranking, you're missing out on compound growth. Every ad dollar spent on sponsored product ads work twice. First to fuel the ad sale and then to boost ranking, which unlocks even more sales, right? That's where the real profit comes from. So this explains why a 20% ACoS sale from a sponsored brand ad is not the same as a 20% ACoS sale from a sponsored product ad. It's because you don't get that compound effect. So hypothetically, we could be much more aggressive with sponsored product ads knowing that our ad dollars are being stretched further. So what do you think would happen if we pulled back on all the other ad placements and focused more attention on sponsored product ads? Let's jump into the data. This account has been running sponsored product and sponsored brand ads for years. But in 2024, we made a strategic shift. We dramatically reduced sponsored brand spend and reallocated that towards sponsored product ads. And the result of that, as you see in Sell Report, is that we achieved higher sales and significantly higher net profit year over year. Despite cutting sponsored brand ads by over 70%, overall sales did not decline. They grew. Why? Because sponsored brand ads were not fueling organic rank, so it made no impact on organic sales. Let's take a closer look by examining a single product line within this account that hasn't changed year over year. Here we see a single product line from this account that averages around $80,000 per month and compared performance from January 2024 to January 2025. Now, back in January 2024 is when we used the old strategy, which is more sponsored brand ads. Total advertising spend back then was about $7,400. Now, about half of that was from sponsored product ads and half of that was from sponsored brand ads. And the result of that was that the average keyword rank was about 42. We had about 2 Amazon's Choice badges, and net profit was about $21,000. Now, fast forward a year later in January 2025, when we, pulled back on sponsored brand spend and focused more on sponsored product spend, we see that overall spend about $8,300 for the month. Now, most of that was from sponsored product ads though. Only $738 was from sponsored brand ads. That's an 81% decrease in sponsored brand spend. The result of this spend was that the average keyword rank was about 19.7. We doubled the choice badges from 2 to 4, and net profit grew from $21,000 to $28,000. So as you can see, when we shifted that budget from sponsored brand ads to sponsored product ads, everything improved, especially visibility and organic ranking. So this is proof that sponsored product ads aren't just one lever in an advertising strategy. It's the lever. It's the 80-20 that drives ranking and net profitability. Too many people overlook sponsored product ads and get distracted by new shiny ad types. But as the data shows, it's the one thing that matters the most. Still don't believe me? Let's dive even deeper by showcasing a few product launches using this insight. Hey, real quick, if you've gotten even a single nugget of value so far, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. It helps this video reach even more sellers who need this info. All right, let's get back to the case study. A common assumption in Amazon ads is that new product launches require a mix of sponsored product, sponsored brand, and sponsored display ads. But we tested a completely different approach. Launching new products without any sponsored brand or sponsored display ads at all, relying solely on sponsored product ads. And the results? We launched this product beginning of January, and you'll see that with just sponsored product ads, we're already the Amazon's Choice badges for our most hyper-relevant keywords. Now, what about net profit? So looking at Seller Board, we see that in the beginning, we were close to break even, but as we were improving with ranking, that's when profit really started to come in, right? Because we need for ad sales to pick up ranking and then organic sales start to come through. And you'll see that right away, we are just growing profit day over day. And this includes cost of goods sold. This includes Amazon fees. Even for some of my accounts that, we want to be hyper focused on net profit, we even include our own advertising management fees in here as well. Now that's just one example of a profitable launch. Here goes another one right here. We launched this one around mid-October, and you'll see that right away we gained ranking for our highest, most relevant keywords and gaining those Amazon's Choice badges, but most importantly, profit. So we were profitable throughout the entire launch. This right here is Amazon fees. That first of the month storage fees that come in that everyone just loves. Now let's give one more example right here. We launched this product in mid-September, and you'll notice that we gained ranking on page 1 for our highest, most relevant keywords, but you notice that keyword sales is low during this time period. And the reason why is because this is a hyper seasonal product. It's a giftable product. And so we really didn't see the fruits of our labor until actually a little bit after our launch period. It was during the holiday time is when we really started to see profit increase from that. So while we maintained those rankings, that's when demand started to really surge up and net profit just came through. This eliminates the argument that anything besides sponsored product ads are necessary for visibility or to have a profitable launch. If they don't contribute to ranking, then why waste budget on them? Here's a few considerations. This is what's working right now in 2025 if you're trying to maximize long-term net profit. Now, things may change in the future. Amazon may step in and update their algorithm as they always do, in which case we'll need to adapt again. Another consideration is that while sponsored product ads remain the primary driver for organic ranking and profitability, there are scenarios where sponsored brand and sponsored display ads can still play a role in a broader growth strategy. For example, some products are so innovative or unique that video ads may be essential to properly educate shoppers and drive conversions. Another consideration is that products with high lifetime value, such as consumables or subscription-based items, may benefit from full coverage advertising using all ad types. In these cases, short-term profitability takes a backseat to long-term customer acquisition, where the initial sale is less important than repeat purchases over time. Okay, so what really matters? Let's bring this home. If you're still optimizing your ads based off of ACoS or TACoS, you're most likely shooting in the dark when it comes to net profitability. You need to start using net profit as your KPI. If you need help with this, comment profit below and I'll show you the tools and procedures we use to measure net profit for our brands. 2, if you're spending a significant amount on sponsored brand or sponsored display ads thinking that they're helping you with rank or profit, you're most likely overspending on ads. 3, every dollar spent on sponsored product ads works harder for you because it works twice. Once when you get the sale from the ad, and twice for fueling organic rank, which unlocks more organic sales, which is the key driver in growing net profit. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and leave your comments below. If you know anyone that's struggling with net profit, send this video their way. It may make their day. All right, have a great rest of your day, family. Bye-bye.